Salutations, viewers. My name is GameDame, and welcome back to another one of GameDame Reacts. So now we do know that all of these consoles, well, PlayStation and Xbox are releasing these consoles, and PlayStation has been releasing some of their UI features, their breakdown video, and now we're actually getting an official walkthrough for the Xbox Series X and S. So because this video is long, I'm going to keep the intro short so we can watch the official next-gen walkthrough for Xbox Series X and S.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Malik Prince, and
What's up,
November 10th
Malik?
is right around
That's
the
a
corner. So
beautiful
you know
name.
what that means? The launch of the Xbox
Kick-ass
Series X,
name.
our fastest, most powerful console ever, and the Xbox Series S, our smallest Xbox ever, packed with next-gen performance. They're both right around the corner. Super exciting time. So today what we're going to do is we're going to walk you through a full demo from top to bottom, unedited, to showcase the entire experience on a full retail unit, by the way, just like the one you get on launch. But of course, I can't do it alone, so with me from the Xbox engineering team, it is Harrison Hoffman. Harrison, how are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing, Malik?
I'm pumped. I'm excited. There's a new generation
Look at
of
him.
games. We got
He's
Assassin's Creed
geeking.
Valhalla on the horizon. Cyberpunk thing coming out.
There we
it's a
go.
great time to be a gamer.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna get started in just a second, but just want a quick note that even though we're showcasing the Xbox Series X today, we also have the Xbox Series S here, and with both of these consoles, we're really talking about faster load times, higher frame rates, and richer, more dynamic worlds, and so you're gonna see that today. But Harrison, I'm a mind reader. I can tell the comments are gonna be, get into it already, so let's do it. Let's get into it.
All right, let's not keep them waiting. Let's turn this thing on.
Boom.
Here we go.
Again, exciting time for the team. So much work has gone into this. I bet you're pumped.
Oh yeah, I mean, the team's been working on these consoles for years at this point, so we're all just really excited for gamers all around the world to get their hands on it.
I love it. I love it. So first thing we notice when you turn on the console is home, of course. So let's walk through what's new here.
All right, so let's
First
look at
thing
the
here,
UX UI.
The team has really spent a lot of time over the last year plus, really simplifying, optimizing, refining the experience on Xbox here to really make it one. Simpler, more accessible for people who are new to Xbox, who might not have ever had an Xbox console before, and then two, to make it a lot more powerful and useful for people who are those upgraders and those kind of loyal Xbox gamers. So when I land here on home, really the intention of home is to give you quick access to the games that you were playing recently, as well as give you easy ways to discover new games to play. Yeah,
and I'd be remiss if I didn't call out these sick dynamic backgrounds that I see going on here. What's up with that?
For sure. So this is exclusive to Xbox Series X and S. These are our new dynamic backgrounds here. We have one for each color that you can pick on the system, and we're hoping to add more in the future too.
Love that. Looking forward to that. So obviously launch day, people are probably
Yeah,
going to want to play
I buy
a game or
Xbox
two
for
on their
its colors
console.
in the
So,
background.
what do you
It
wanna
is
play
nice
first?
though.
Let's jump into something.
Yeah, let's
does
just
look
dive
good.
straight into Gears 5 here. I think that's a good place to start.
Very good choice. Very good choice.
And the big reason why I wanted to start with this game here, this is obviously a game from the Xbox One generation, and it was really like a visual showcase at the time. Really stunning game, and the Coalition has done a lot of great work to really make this game shine on Xbox Series X and S. So they've gone and done all the optimization work for it. We see this game now running at a beautiful 4K 60 here.
It does
here in
look
the
good.
campaign, and it's just looking better than ever before. One thing to really call your attention to here are the detail of the textures, and that's because we are actually using the same textures that we use in the PC version of Gears 5 when it's running under Ultra settings, and that's something that we couldn't do before on Xbox One X, but now we're able to do on Xbox Series X. So it's really great to see the game just looking phenomenal here.
And in versus multiplayer, that frame rate's going all the way up to 120, right?
So that was actually one of the first things that I did when I got access to this version of Gears, and I fired up the versus multiplayer just to see what the 120 frames per second really feels like. And I think a lot of people can really relate to that jump from 30 to 60, and really being able to feel the difference there. And then going from 60 to 120, it just feels like incredibly smooth. It's kind of like a gameplay experience like I've never had before, honestly.
I mean, he's
Nice. Well,
not
I
wrong.
just upgraded my TV, so I'm excited to check
Oh,
that
yeah.
out. All right, so
You gotta
maybe
have a
you're
really
playing
nice
Gears and
TV
you want to check in
though,
what your
in
friends
order
are
to
up
really
to, or
see
maybe
it.
start at parties. Let's check out the guide. What's going on here?
Yeah, so all I have to do here is just hit the Xbox button, and it just pulls up the guide. And you can just think of this as our, sort of over game menu. So it's going to come up over the top of any game that you're playing on the system here, and gives you quick access
Pretty
to those things
similar.
you might want to do while you're actually playing a game. So being able to quickly switch between your games and apps, check out your notifications, take a look at your friends list, your party chat, stats, your messages, your achievements, and really kind of having all that at your fingertips without disrupting the game at all.
I love it. Let's hit up another game. What do you want to play?
Well, I think we've got to dive into Dirt 5 next.
Let's do it. Dirt 5. I'm excited for this.
For
This
sure.
is a very beautiful game.
For sure. First thing that I want to call your attention to is we're transitioning.
He doesn't know
here is
shit
this little
about
quick
Dirt
resume icon at the
5.
top. And this is a
I
brand new
respect
feature
it,
that we
though.
have for Series X and S. And what Quick Resume does is it allows you to instantly pick up where you left off across multiple games in the system. So, I mean, if you're like me, like I'm playing, 3 or 4 games probably at a time. Maybe some I'm playing with my friends. Some's maybe like a more serious game I'm playing by myself. Maybe there's kind of a more casual game I like to jump into occasionally. And I can have all those games like hot and ready to play here. So, just quick resuming into Dirt 5, like
It does
I'm
look
just
really
right back
good.
here
Car
in the middle
games,
of
I
the
feel
race,
like, are
and
the best
everything's just looking
examples as to
phenomenal.
show
Yeah, I feel like a broken record, but this is stunning. When you get a console on launch,
on
I feel
any
like
new
racing games do
consoles,
such a
like,
great job of
because
showcasing it, and you see like the cars,
of the
reflections,
detail
the dirt,
that they have to put into it.
the game, flying everywhere. It's just a really cool showcase of next gen. But of course, we've talked about this game being on Series X and Series S. Let's go back in time. Big
Man, this
focus on
dude
Xbox
sucks.
has been compatibility. So let's showcase a back compat game. What do you want to showcase?
So let me pop up in the guide again. Let's just jump over to Subnautica.
Wow,
which,
they
is a great game
included
from
Subnautica?
Xbox One as well.
What?
And, one thing you're going to
Love
notice
that
as we quick
game.
resume back over to this game.
I'm
is
actually
that,
shocked.
These colors in this game are looking better than they've ever looked before. So let me just dive into the water here. And that's actually all thanks to a new feature that we have, a platform level feature called Auto HDR. And this does exactly what it sounds like, and it adds HDR to games that have never had it before, which is like a crazy impressive feature. And even games for the Xbox 360, for the original Xbox, you can go play Fusion Frenzy, which was a launch day game on the original Xbox in HDR, and it's just really kind of breathing new life into these games, and these fantastic classic games on Xbox.
Fusion Frenzy, one of the first game that I ever played on Xbox. So
Yeah.
I'm definitely excited to jump in, and that's what we've kind of been talking about.
I'm
thousands
actually
of
really
games across
happy
4
they're
generations.
showing off Subnautica.
Okay, cool. So I'm looking at
It's one
this
of my
game. This is
favorite
pretty
games of all
awesome,
time.
And I also been checking out that controller. Familiar, but I know a few tweaks to make it even better, right?
Yeah, for sure. So this is the brand new Xbox wireless controller. So this is going to come with your Xbox Series X or S when you get it. It's also obviously available to purchase separately. And there's a few things that you're going to notice when you get this controller. The first thing is that it feels really, really comfortable in your hands. So we've taken everything.
I'm not
going
gonna
to
denote that
making the
Xbox
Xbox One
controllers have always
listening to
felt better
fans
in my
and feedback,
hands than
doing a lot of
PlayStation.
testing with real people all around the world. And
But this could
we've
change with
actually,
the newest
slightly
PlayStation one.
improved the ergonomics of this controller,
shall
made it just
see.
like ever so slightly smaller, so it feels even more comfortable in more people's hand sizes, which is awesome, and really kind of making gaming more accessible to more people, which we love doing for sure.
Love that. So the D-pad, I know, inspired by the Elite Series 2.
Yeah.
You got textured grips and on the triggers and bumpers. That's pretty cool. But I know one thing that I love to do is share my experiences in the games, even if they're terrible, like they usually are in multiplayer games. But I know it's quicker than ever to share directly from the Xbox wireless controller, right?
Yeah, for sure. So right here on the controller, we have a new button, and it's called the Share button, and it's super useful. All I have to do is just tap it once to capture a screenshot, or press and hold it to capture a game clip. And what this really does is let me keep my focus on the game. So when something awesome happens and I'm like totally freaking out and I need to actually capture that clip, I don't have to take my attention away from the game. I don't have to go into some other menu. I just hit that share button right there and it's automatically captured.
Nice. And
That's
we've been
pretty
talking
nice.
about speed a lot. Not only is it faster than ever to actually take a clip or a screenshot, but also now it's faster to actually share it to your friends on social media, right?
Yeah, for sure. So when it comes time to share it, I really just go to my phone, I break up my phone. So once I've captured that clip, it automatically gets uploaded to Xbox Live and is available for sharing. I'll get a notification right here on my phone that says, hey, you got a new screenshot that's ready to share. And then I can just share that out to any of my friends or networks that my phone knows about. Like the phone is kind of like the ultimate sharing tool. Like it knows about, all the different places that I want to share. So really, I love that we're kind of making this whole process seamless and completing that here.
Nice. And then in that Xbox app, I know there's new features that's been redesigned. Walk us through that.
This is the new Xbox mobile app, and we've actually totally rebuilt this app from the ground up in anticipation of the Series X and S launch. So this is actually the app that you're going to use to set up your new console on day one. You're going to be able to use it to log in your Microsoft account, put in your Wi-Fi password, set up all your settings while your console's taking that day one update. And then after that, your console is really like just linked directly to your phone. So now
I
I
like
can
that,
just interact with my console
but
right
also
from my
at the
phone. So
same
if
time,
I'm, out anywhere in the world.
what
and
if you
I,
don't
get-
have a
get
good
really,
enough
really
phone
inspired
for
about
it?
a particular game that I want to go check out, I can go and search for it right here and remotely
you
download
need
it to my
it?
console. So when I get home, it's all ready to play. Also,
Is
you know,
what
if
I'm
I
saying.
don't, you know, if I just can't wait until I get home to play, and I really need to get some gaming in, we also have a brand new feature called Remote Play, which is awesome. And basically, this lets you be able to remotely play any game that's installed on my console here via the Xbox app, and all I have to do is just connect my Xbox wireless controller up to my phone, and then I'm just up and playing right here.
I love that. So your experience with the Xbox doesn't end with the TV and the console. It extends to your phone, and that is pretty dope.
That
Okay,
is
so
really
let's
dope.
find
I'm
more
not gonna
games.
lie.
I know
That's
Xbox
pretty
Game
cool.
Pass is a great way to discover your next favorite game. And directly from home, we actually have content blocks, and Xbox Game Pass is one of them. So let's talk about that.
So, as I was saying earlier, really one of the things that we want the dashboard and home to be able to do is to help you find that next thing to play, help you find that next game. So when you're kind of going around looking for inspiration and you're browsing around the dashboard, Game Pass is a big part of that, and we've really built that into the experience. And when I go down from the top of home here, you can see the Game Pass block. And you can check out all of our featured titles, what's been added to the Game Pass catalog recently. When I click into it, you sort of get the full experience and get to look at the full breadth of the catalog here. Be able to go in here, check out the details about one of these games, be able to kick it off for an install if it's looking cool.
Nice. And
That
of
is pretty
course,
cool.
on November 10th, we have a huge addition to Xbox Game Pass, right?
Yeah, on November 10th, launch day for these consoles, we are adding EA Play to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you access to all those games that are in the EA Play catalog, all the games, all the trials.
Wow,
and you can just play them right
pretty
here if you have Ultimate.
good.
Does that give me access
pretty
to
good.
Titanfall 2?
We'll give you access to Titanfall 2.
Harrison, you just made my day. I'm super excited. So, of course, if a game is not in Xbox Game Pass, you just want to purchase it, then you go over to the Xbox Store, which I hear has been redesigned, of course, speed.
Yeah,
Talk about
definitely.
it.
So I'll just pop right into the store here.
I love
and the
Malik,
first thing that we
dude.
really
He
focus
is
on with
cool
the new
as hell.
store is speed and performance. We wanted to make sure that it is as fast as possible for you to get into the store and to be able to search for games and find something that you want to play. So you saw how fast that launched. You can see as we're sort
It
of
is
going
very
around
fast.
here how quick the user interface is to navigate here. If I want to check out more details about a game, maybe I want to see Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I can click into it, check out the details page here, see trailers, information about the game, and kind of everything that I need to decide whether or not I want to buy it.
Nice. And of course, that speed also translates to the download speeds, which I hear are improved on both the consoles.
Yeah, we have brand new advanced networking hardware in both of these consoles that lets us take more full advantage of your home internet connection when you're downloading games. So you're kind of not going to be bumping up against those kind of hardware restricted caps anymore on those downloads, and we'll be able to kind of more fully take advantage of that connection and get you those games faster than ever.
That is dope. And of course, to see all your games, you would head over to My Games and Apps, which I know has improvements on displaying the games, but also on showcasing where those games came from, right?
Yeah, definitely. So if I dive into My Games and Apps, like this is really where I go to see all the
It's a
games
lot
that
of
are
games.
installed on my console, as well as kind of see the games that I have access to
Wow,
as well.
Left 4 Dead 2.
Just sort of coming into here, these are all the games that I have installed here. You can see kind of how fast all of this is loading. You'll also notice that we have some badges on some of these tiles here that tell you which subscription these games are coming from. So you see Burnout Paradise Remastered coming
like
from
that.
EA Play, Doom Eternal.
That's pretty
as well as the
smart,
Outer Worlds
actually, so you
coming
know
from Game
exactly
Pass.
where it
And
is,
it's just really
like
nice
they
to be able
said,
to scroll
coming
through
from.
here and just kind of see exactly where everything's coming from.
Yep, and all of those services obviously bring in more games than ever, and you may need a little bit of extra space. So little birdie told me that you have one of those new Seagate storage expansions with you.
I do.
There it is.
Right
There
here.
it is.
So this is the Seagate 1 terabyte storage expansion card.
That's a
and, I mean, this
terabyte?
thing is really just like a marvel of engineering. The first thing that
Yeah.
the first time that I saw this, I was just totally blown away. So
I'm
full
fucking
terabyte of
blown
storage
away.
right
Holy
here.
shit.
It plugs directly into the back of the console, and this storage is actually just as fast as our crazy fast NVMe SSD that we have inside the console. So that means that you're going to get those same load times. You're going to get quick resume. You're going to get to be able to
That's pretty insane how
play,
they put a
Xbox Series
terabyte
X and S games
that
directly
small
off of
right
this
in
drive.
there.
And
That's
then
like
also
disgusting.
There's an option if maybe you need to store more games with the regular USB, right?
Yeah, for sure. So especially if you're looking to play backwards compatible games like Xbox One, Xbox 360, or original Xbox games, you can just plug in a USB hard drive like you do today and play any of those games off of here, and then save your kind of faster SSD storage for those next gen games.
I love that. Now that's the first time that I'm seeing it, and again, you were right. It is a marvel of engineering.
It really
do you mind
is.
if I do the honors and plugged it in?
Absolutely. There you go.
Okay, here we
I mean,
go.
I would be the
Here we go,
same
everybody.
way.
I am, boom. Look at that.
All
I
right.
did it, and that was fast. There you go. Again, we've been talking about speed this entire time, and almost every part of this experience is that. And so, Harrison, this has been fantastic. Thank you for walking us through this entire demo. And again, on November 10th, you're gonna get Xbox Series X and Series S. We're really focusing, we've been talking about it, higher frame rates, faster load times, and richer, more dynamic worlds, and thousands of games across generation, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla as a new game and Cyberpunk later on. I'm super excited to play. This has been great, Harrison. Let's just go back and play some.
That
Dirt,
was
though.
pretty good.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. That was actually a pretty good trailer. I'm actually very impressed with how they've taken Xbox and they've just made it better every single time. The terabyte storage capacity is insane. It's a marvel about how small that is, and that is ingenuity at its finest. Like I'm blown away by it. It looked like, yes, we laugh because it all, like, the S looks like a speaker that you go to at like a fast food restaurant through the drive-through, and then the X looks like a fridge. But you know what? It's different, and I may not like the design that they went with it, but you know, that's the design they got. I think it's a bit better, definitely, than the big ass brick they had for the Xbox One X. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's fine, the X bone. But no, yeah, it looks good. Like, it's really fast, and that's what they were emphasizing on, is faster load times, because I remember just back in the day just being there and just waiting for stuff to load. It was literally the worst. But like all of our tech is getting better, so everything obviously is getting faster. The only thing I have is, if you don't have a smartphone, would you still be okay with everything you have? Like, you don't, for example, like, not everyone's gonna have a smartphone or even the latest and greatest, so it's not going to load the fastest time, or I wonder how much storage that app is going to take. So that's something I'd like a little bit more of an explanation on, so I'm gonna have to look into that. But if you guys know, let me know in the comments down below. But that is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to subscribe and or follow, not only to my YouTube but to my Twitch. You guys know where my YouTube is at. You can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/thegamedame. Thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.